Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. So today here we are back with a new video on a new course. And guess what? This time it is going to be structural design. Okay. So here in this course we will model structural elements, we will model reinforcement, and there are many other things that we will model here. So in this course, I will take you through mainly structural design. Okay, all those basic tools such as annotation, how you will set up the project, how you will model the grids and levels. I have covered all those things in architectural design. So here, primarily, we will focus on structural designing. Okay, so for that purpose, straight away, I am taking you through structural tools. Okay, so here there are geometry tools that we will cover up today because this will help you to understand how you will model the structural elements. From a later part of this course, we will go and model each and every structural elements. But as of now, we will just go through the geometry tools because it will help you to revolutionize your modeling. Okay, so first, what we will do, we will understand what this scoping will do. So, what will I do here? I will, I will take this beam. I will take this beam over here, and then what we will do, we will take this beam in this manner. As of now, we have applied coping, which we will remove. Okay, so now see what is happening. There are two beams, and these two beams, they are clashing with one another, and somehow you want to restrict this beam uh over here. And when you restrict this beam, it has to meet at proper cut to this beam. In that case, what you will do, that we will see. So we will first select this option of coping, and then we will read here what it says: select element to be coped. We will select one element, we will select another element, and then what has happened, there is this beam which is meeting perfectly at this place, and this beam is cutting this other beam here. And what is happening, what is happening here is there is a perfect cut that is made. And if you select this beam here, you will find this uh, option where you can decide what will be the coping distance. If you keep it 0, what has happened, still this beam is meeting with this other beam at a proper cut, and there is no clash among them, but the coping distance is 0. Okay, but the coping distance is 0. If you give this as 50, what will happen, it will maintain that distance. Okay, this is one tool. Second tool is this cut. So here we will see this scenario where there is a column and there is a beam and there is a clash between them. So for this, what will I do? I have pressed RP, which is the shortcut for reference plane, and then I will select this point. I will take this on top, and then what will I do? I want to restrict this beam here on this reference plane. So for that purpose, what will I do? I will go to this cut tool, read here what it says in the status bar, select the element to be cut. I will select this element, select the reference plane or family. I will select this reference plane. So nice cut we have given to this other beam, and see how it is meeting at the perfect angle to this column. Okay, this is the second tool. Second is join. So see here that there is a clash among these two beams. You can see here that there is an overlap. So if you want to restrict this, what you can do, you can select this join geometry, and then you can see what will happen. Now both the beams are meeting together, and there is no interference between them. Okay, if you want to switch the join order, you can simply select this, and what has happened, this beam has taken the primarity on this second beam. Okay, so these are the three tools that I have showed you. If I take you through this wall join, which is here, so for that purpose I will go in level 1 plan and see what will happen. I have selected this join, a wall join tool, and if I place my cursor on this junction, Revit gives me three options: square off, mitre, and butt. Okay, see what is happening. If you select mitre, how these two walls are meeting at each other. You can decide what sort of join you want to see, and you need to make sure that it is set to fine. Okay, after that, you will see here that these two walls are meeting each other at this particular place. See here, if you select this wall, it shows here how these walls are meeting together. Okay, this is the wall join tool. This is the wall join tool, and then there is a beam column join tool as well. So for that, we will go to level 2, and in level 2 we will take this scenario. First, what we will do, we will make sure that the center of this beam meet the other beam's center, and then the center of this other beam meet the center of this primary beam here. Once we do that, we will select this tool of beam column join. As you have selected that, you get two arrows here, and if you select this, see what has happened. Now these two beams are meeting each other at perfect mitre joint. If you see this in 3D, this is how you will find it. See. So this is how you use all these tools here. There is one more tool that I want to cover it up, which is this demolish. Okay, so consider that I want to show to my client that this is the wall that has been demolished, and it doesn't exist now. So I can select this demolish option. See what has happened. This is how this wall is indicated. And if you want to understand how this demolition indication works, then you can see here in manage, in facing, when you go here, there is this graphic override that has been applied to this demolished. Okay, so you can change it here, and accordingly it will reflect. Okay, after that, what we will do, we will use this paint option. And to use this paint option, first I will use the split face. Consider that this is a complete wall, and in between this wall you want to have a different face. When I say different face, the entire material for this wall is brick, but somewhere you want to give a concrete. Okay, so at that time you will select this SF, and then you will place it here, and then you have to define the shape for it. Once you define the shape, what has happened? This is a split face. Now, if I apply paint, see what will happen. If I apply paint, so this will having a yellow color, yellow paint, and this will be having another paint. Okay, so this is how split face works. So these are the tools that I have covered here in my first session. And as we proceed further with the course, we will model all the structural elements. So in the next session, we will start with beam and then wall. All right, learners, thank you so much. And we will meet in the next session. Let us rise and shine together. Thank you.